Star Trek Asylum. One positive was Anthony Grant. Know what I'm saying? Yep, but offline, and he missed tackles are going to doom us. Oh, yes, offensive line and missed tackles. Yep, that's just what we were talking about. The offensive line, at certain points, I mean, the pass protection didn't look all that great. Certain points they held up really, really well. And like I said, I think it was, the run game looked a lot better, today for sure. But there was certain times where North Dakota was getting back there and they had missed tackles as well, and Anthony Grant just really, really stepped up to put the team on his shoulders, right? Let's see here. We're going to throw this over to Jay Corey 59. I thought Nebraska in the first half looked slow and just themselves as of late. Second half, even though North Dakota started figuring some stuff out. Yeah, they definitely started off really slow. Anytime you play an FCS team like that, and you don't, anytime you play an FCS team like that, and you let them kind of get in there and stick around a little bit, it normally isn't really good, right? I mean, we almost saw that again today with Iowa and South Dakota State. I mean, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to, for the love of God, I wanted to clown Iowa and say it's a great day, right? But it's just too close to comfort. But the great thing is we pulled away and we were able to create some separation towards the end of the game and wear them down. And that's part of what these games are, right? That's when you feel like your team doesn't manage the talent the right way, doesn't put them in the right position to win. Hopefully, if you can kind of give them an opportunity to sort of make some things happen, then we can figure out how to sort of, put them in the right positions to win here. Let's see here. We'll go to Stupefied, obviously an Oklahoma fan who's watching, probably doing a little bit of scouting here before, for a couple of weeks out. You got to admit, North Dakota has a hell of a talented football team. They did. And I mean, they played their hearts out. North Dakota did. So, you always respect an opponent whenever they do that. The four-man front isn't great for us. I think go back to 3-4. We aren't big enough for 4-3. I don't think. Yeah, I know it's. I think, like you said, I think it's a part of it is the defensive scheme, but it's tough because they've got so many different, edge players out there. Caleb Tanner came in and a couple times today was making some plays from that edge spot. So they're trying to sort of get, this rotation of edge guys in there to play. And that's where the problem is, right? They go out and they get Stephon Wynn, they get Drew, they get some of these guys, they've got Colton Feist, up in the middle. They've got, Ty Robinson up there. They're trying. There's so many guys up on that defensive line that they're trying to get sort of in there, and they're also trying to sort of hide up some of the depth problems, at linebacker. Because outside of Heinrich and Reimer, it's very young, very inexperienced. I think, like I said, I think it's just one of those things where you could be right, Zach. I think they're going to have to maybe look at changing the scheme up, maybe even looking at doing a 5-2 or something like that. The only problem when you run to a 5-2 is if you start getting to some of these teams like Oklahoma or some teams that can spread you out and throw the ball, it really creates a mismatch in that sort of, in that aspect, right? You would think when you run, four down linemen, you're going to be able to plug gaps and have, your three backers back there being able to sort of plug and play. I think part of the problem too is they don't have a true number, they don't have a true third backer back there. It's a nickel or a dime sort of defensive back, or it's a sort of edge linebacker who just sort of gets lost in space. I think that's part of the problem also with it. I mean, I don't know. Keep telling me what you think down there below.